So where are we off to?
Dog Poo Island.
And why do they call it that?
Because there's dog poo on it. And people bring their dogs there.
Oh. That's where they bring their dogs to go poo. And it looks like Cujo is ready to go.
Yeah.
And who normally takes you to Dog Poo Island?
Okay.
And why isn't he taking you?
Because he's sleeping.
So Dad volunteered to drive you. Don't you have a nice dad? So we've been wondering about trails around here, and we've seen a few people come into this little corner, and we were wondering why they come over here. So there's a sign that says trail, so maybe there's a short walk we could do. And there's our boat, just on the right. We've decided to leave today. The kids really want to go see Squirrel Cove because there's a little lagoon that, depending on the tide, that it will flow into the lagoon or out of the lagoon, and it creates little rapids. But before I go, I'm just going to pop by and say goodbye to the fellow I met yesterday, and we're actually going to meet him because he's said it would be okay to do a quick little video of me popping by to see the boat. That's the 20-foot Pacific Seacraft. And then after that, I'm going to go. The kids are all up and anxious to see a new spot. Although it's great here, I could stay here for a long time. It's pretty awesome here. Even with this kind of weather, it's great. So I'm almost at the boat, and I will see you guys in a minute. Well, we're here aboard Simon's boat. It's a 20-foot Pacific Seacraft.
That's right.
Everyone, this is Simon. I met him yesterday.
Hi guys.
He's not cruising alone. He's with his girlfriend Paloma.
Yep, that's right.
Who's taken their dog Buddy to shore. You probably just saw that in the clip as I pulled up. That was really neat to see Buddy on the paddleboard.
Yeah, he hasn't been on it that much. I think this is probably his third or fourth time on there.
Nice. See, pretty comfortable.
He's a little bit more comfortable in the kayak, but the paddleboard, yeah, he's getting to grips with it.
Oh, good, good.
And they haven't fallen in yet, have they?
Yeah, they're on their way to Dog Poo Island. No, they're on the island now, so.
So yeah, he's getting on pretty well with it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe Simon could show or tell us a little bit about the boat. So what is the boat? I've been saying it's a 20-foot Pacific Seacraft.
Yeah, it's a
right?
Pacific Seacraft Flicker 20. That's the model.
Yeah.
And it's 20 feet length on deck. I think it's technically 24 overall with the bowsprit. And 18 point something feet waterline length. And I think she weighs about 6,000 pounds, so she's a heavy, sturdy boat.
Heavy for 20 feet.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I've been very happy with her. I mean, we've had her about a year and a half now.
Okay.
Brought her down near Seattle, in a place called Paulsbo, and sailed her up to Vancouver, and she's been fantastic.
So very happy with the boat so far, then.
Yeah. So yeah, I was specifically looking for a small boat, and definitely wanted one we could stand up in. Yeah. And this has got full standing headroom if you're less than 5'11", which I am.
Well, yeah, that's
nice.
That's pretty good for a 20-foot boat to have standing headroom.
And it's got a fully enclosed head as well, which is another huge bonus.
Yeah.
And the previous owner actually installed an electric head.
Oh wow! So, well, fancy. That's a fancier head than I have.
Yeah, yeah.
And what year is the boat?
It's 1985.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so she's
Yeah.
31 years old.
Yeah,
now.
so it's sort of the same era as mine.
Yeah,
82. Yeah.
Yeah. Hence all the teak inside and
Yeah. When
yeah,
teak
the
was
sturdy
affordable.
build. Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your home port?
We're based in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've made your way up to here in Desolation Sound?
Yes. Yeah. We've just been doing little short hops, sort of day sails.
Yeah.
Just hopping from port to port.
Highlights of the trip so far?
Definite highlight is Princess Louisa Inlet.
Okay.
And Chatterbox Falls.
Yeah.
That was
So you recommend that?
place. Oh yeah, yeah. It's well worth the. It's a long trek from Egmont, which I think is the nearest port where you can get diesel and fresh water and a few supplies. From Egmont, it's 30 odd nautical miles up the
one way.
Yeah, one way.
Yeah, and then 30 miles back.
Yeah.
Because it's an inlet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we had a great run in because the wind was behind us most of the way.
Oh, okay.
But on the way home, it was
on the nose.
Yeah, on the nose, beating out of that inlet.
What else could you tell us about this boat? I mean, so it's a smaller boat, obviously, and it's been good so far. This is your longest trip you've taken it on.
This is actually, yeah. This is definitely the longest trip. But I mean, she's basically fully blue water capable. People have done big voyages in this particular model, not this particular boat. I don't think. But yeah, people have sailed them to Hawaii, from the States to Hawaii, or across the Atlantic. I think somebody even circumnavigated on one of these.
Wow.
The main limitation being the amount of stores you can hold.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be it.
Yeah. But yeah, she'll take any kind of weather, really.
Yeah.
She's definitely tougher than her captain.
Yeah. Most boats are. So you mentioned you have an enclosed head.
Yes.
And that's what you're going to show us now?
Here it is.
All right.
This is very rare for a 20-foot boat, having a fully enclosed head.
Let's see that.
We largely use it for a lot of storage space, extra storage space.
Yeah.
The starting battery is actually back there, along with all my tools and all the stuff we generally tend not to use that often.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have a Dixon 2-burner propane stove. Which is absolutely perfect. We've got on the back, on the stern there, mounted to the rails. We've got 2 propane tanks. Here we've got an ice box with a cooling plate in there.
Oh, perfect.
It's actually really, plenty of space in there.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. It's
lots of room in there. And I noticed the sink is quite large.
Yeah, it's a nice big deep sink, which is great. Manual tap water.
Yeah.
It helps you conserve it.
Yeah.
But it's annoying when you're trying to wash your hands because you.
One hand at a time. Yeah.
Rinse one.
Yeah.
So a foot pedal would be nice, but
I have the foot pedal on mine. For the manual, and it is nice because my last boat had the hand pump.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and we've got storage back here. This is all our pots and pans are actually in here.
Oh, like
it's a
compact
set. It's kind of a
yeah.
camping cook set.
Yeah.
But it's been really good. Yeah. Made by Lagostina.
Oh yeah, that's a good brand.
Yeah, really good. And this is the quarter berth where we store a lot of junk.
Yeah. And I noticed all the port lights are opening.
Yes,
which
they're all
adds
open.
Tons of ventilation.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And we fashioned these temporary mosquito nets.
Yeah, smart.
Literally 2 nights ago because we were getting mauled by mosquitoes.
Oh yeah.
Had to do something about it.
Yeah.
But that's just literally a square piece cut out and rubber bands on the outside of the ports, which allow you to just stretch
that's smart.
Piece of elastic.
Yeah, for makeshift fix.
Yeah, we're trying to do something on the inside here, but this lip is not big enough to.
Yeah. So we've just switched places, and now Simon's up forward, and he's going to show us what he's got up front here.
So here we found these soft drawer containers. We found them in Home Depot, and they were just the perfect size. We were looking at the measurements online, all this all these different containers and baskets and
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff, and we found these which fit perfectly, and we can fit 4 on either side, and it's got all of our clothes, all of our gadgets and gear, everything you need to access regularly and easily fits in here.
And how about these things hanging on the railings as well?
These actually, I forget what they call them. I think they call them Molly or Mole systems, and they're basically little. You're supposed to attach them to bags, you know. You feed them through these Molly straps.
Yeah.
But they're actually perfect for this because this actually comes out.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So you can, you know, put bigger things here.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect
For
opportunity to hang something like that and get more
stuff off the ground and
more stuff off the ground
and yeah,
easily accessible.
Yeah.
You know, I store my phone here at night and everything's just ready to hand.
Yeah. And I noticed behind you there's some doors. Is that for your anchor locker?
This is storage. Extra
oh, more storage. Oh, wow.
It's the anchor locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the anchor locker, you might be able to see, but right the way through there.
Okay, yeah.
It's the anchor locker. All the rest of this is storage. I've got my rollable solar panels here.
Yeah.
All sorts of books and all the stuff we generally don't tend to use as often as the stuff we've got here. And
you need it, but not every day necessarily.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I've got all the workshop manuals for the Yanmar.
Yeah.
And all of the you know, documentation we could ever need. And it's all in here. All in these fairly watertight containers. I mean, it can get a little bit wet in there, but because there's a ventilation. What do you call it?
A cowl.
Cowl. Yeah. Which right now it's got a Ziploc bag.
Oh, okay.
And clamped on, so that keeps it waterproof.
Yeah.
So yeah, in heavy seas it can get a bit damp in here. So anything important, like we'll move these. If we're underway in heavy seas, we'll move the stuff that couldn't get wet and it's not protected, and we'll put it elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's great. It's plenty of storage in there for stuff.
And underneath, I guess that's where things like holding tanks and
the diesel tanks are here.
Okay.
Under the front of the berth here. Got 2. Actually, there's a big storage compartment right under here, and 2 little ones either side.
Okay.
These are because we leave the bed made most of the time.
Yeah.
We generally don't tend to use these. I mean, there's stuff in there, but again, it's stuff we don't really use that often.
So this actually folds up to a sitting area.
This
like
does.
You don't have to show us, but that is an option. That is what it does.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. You just take this piece out here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then here's the table.
Yeah.
That flips up. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah. So you got
a little meal.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And
I noticed a little settee along here.
Yeah, let's just move these boat hooks out of the way. And this is where we keep most of our food, actually. It's got
perfect. Lots of room.
Yeah, lots of room for cans and.
I see the pepperoni. That must be for Buddy.
Yes. Yeah.
On top.
He's the boss of this place, so he gets all the good stuff, and that's.
All your stuff is underneath.
All his stuff is easily accessible, and ours is just buried down.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And same in here. I think there's some food, and actually there's some camp chairs in here. And food and various items. Up here I keep the tiller pilot. We've got a little tiller pilot, which is absolutely great. You know, when you're just sit on a course and you want to do other things, like if you want to, you know, go on the foredeck or just, you know,
it takes care of it.
Just hang out and just have a cup of tea and just take care of your course for you, and you can relax.
That's nice to have for sure.
Another good thing about these windows, these port lights, is that you can hang all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of hats, as you see.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
nice to have that.
Nice to have that option just to hang stuff everywhere. There's a
Yeah.
mirror here.
Yeah.
We've got these LED lights everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I mentioned these to you.
Yeah, that's right.
This is actually what we use as our main source of light at night.
It's,
it lights up the cabin perfectly.
Yeah. And those are battery powered?
Yeah, little 2 AA batteries.
Yeah.
And they've lasted a year and a half.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
and it doesn't drain, it doesn't drain your battery bank at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we do need a bit of extra light, we've got,
still got the options.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And these are all LEDs now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Replaced all of the incandescents with LEDs, and I think each one of these draws about 0.1 of an amp. So you could leave these on for weeks. As well.
Yeah. So no issues there.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you having us aboard, Simon.
Sure.
And
nice
thanks for the info.
To bump into you.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was just out last night doing a few B-roll shots of my boat in the harbor here, and I heard my name get called, and I had noticed you actually. Well, I had noticed you when you came in with the boat, and I thought, what an awesome looking boat. And then I noticed you kayaking out, and I thought, oh, that's an awesome inflatable kayak. And I thought, well, I'll just keep doing my video, and then I heard you call my name. So it's always super fun to meet people that have watched the videos, and yeah, I appreciate getting to meet you, and I really appreciate the look at the boat.
Sure. Yeah,
and I hope, and I think
you aboard. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure everyone else will appreciate this. So the video will be out at some point in the future, because I'm a few videos behind.
Yeah, well, hopefully by the time we get back in October, it'll be there.
Oh, it'll be there for sure. Yeah, yeah. You'll have
so that's probably the first opportunity we'll be able to have to watch YouTube.
Yeah, well, and that's not such a bad thing.
Yeah,
I would rather be here and be disconnected. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Sure.
And we'll and safe travels, and we'll maybe bump into you again.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
All right.
Look forward to it, man.
Well, that was a lot of fun, and super nice people. Awesome little boat. I had never been on a 20-foot Flicka at the Pacific Seacraft, and I was just amazed at the amount of room it had on board. So I can see why Simon chose that boat for sure. So just heading back to my boat now, and we're gonna pull the anchor and head over to Squirrel Cove. It's only about 12 miles, so it should only be about 2 hours. And then we'll be dropping the anchor again and see how long we decide to stay there. I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's the best thing about being here?
That it's very beautiful and quiet.
That sounded rehearsed. What's the worst thing about being here?
There's no Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's what I was really getting at. I wanted to know what the worst thing was.
Yeah.
Are you doing okay without the Wi-Fi?
Yes, I have some cards. It's
Good.
Okay.
You don't need Wi-Fi to use those cards?
No, it's okay.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it.